I'm Ubid. Around a decade ago, I started a tutoring business with just me and a few students. Fast forward, it has grown to multiple tutors and thousands of students every year. Now, tutoring businesses are one of the easiest businesses to get started. It does not need a big investment, it does not need a big team, it doesn't even need a big office. All it needs is your desire to teach, your knowledge, and expertise. Now, a lot has changed since I started my tutoring business. Now, in this video, I'll talk about 6 things to ensure if you're planning to start a tutoring business. Let's get right into it. Step 1, choose a clear niche. Whenever someone starts tutoring, it's very easy to just teach everything, like, because you want the first set of students, you could be teaching math to one student, English to another, and science to someone else. When you start early on, you don't want to be known as a tutor who's teaching multiple things. You want to be known as a great math tutor or a great science tutor or something even more niche. For example, one of my friends in London 2 years ago started tutoring for A levels, focused on students who want to get into top dental colleges. Fast forward, he's already doing 500 tutoring sessions every month. Focusing on niche ensures 3 things. A, it makes it easy for you to improve. You're teaching just one thing. Every day you try to get better at that. Number two, your market is defined. You know the exact set of students you need to get into. It's a very tight knit community. And number three, it also helps with growth because you're focusing on a particular set or type of students. Word of mouth is better, referrals are better. So when you start, always focus on one particular area, one particular subject, or one particular niche to ensure that you have a solid foundation. You can, of course, always diversify in future. Number two, understand your market. Once you have picked up a niche, let's say you have picked up a niche of being a math tutor for K10 students. Understand your market. This does not have to be a very complicated research. Just talk to a few students who are undergoing same tutoring, talk to their parents and understand what their biggest pain points are, what their biggest struggles are. And you realize more often than not, it's not linked to teaching quality. It may be linked to communication, it may be linked to accountability, it may be linked to invoicing or payment, the way the payments are being processed for these tutors. So the better understanding you have of your market, you can understand what the current or biggest pain points for the customers are. And once you know what these pain points are, you can position yourself as a tutor who's different from all these tutors because you have solutions to all these. Number three, defining your pricing and other terms. Now, this is very crucial. When you start as a tutor, you always have this tendency to underprice yourself because, of course, you're trying to get as many students as possible, but never do that. Always price yourself fairly, do some research, see what other tutors are charging. You should charge the same. A lower price may give a perception of lower quality, which may not be the case. So never underprice yourself. Again, since you're starting, you may want to get more students at a lower price. Then instead of underpricing yourself, price yourself fairly, but offer discounts, offer limited time discounts so that in future, whenever you want to have charges as per the market rate, you're not increasing your prices, you're just removing the discounts. And of course, focus on other things as well. Have very well defined cancellation policies, terms of engagement, so that your setup seems very professional and not just a solo tutor who just started. Number four, getting your first set of students. Now, first set of students you'll usually get from within your own network. Now, of course, since you've just started, it might be difficult for someone who doesn't even know to trust you and avail your tutoring services. So for first set of students, look from within your network. It could be your friends, it could be your family, who may want to avail tutoring. It could also be your relatives, and once you start tutoring them, they might refer their friends to you as well. So first set of students you'll always get from within your first or second degree network. But once you start tutoring, then you can of course use the word of mouth, use the testimonials or results that you get through these students to get more students. I've explained how to get more students in another video, and you should definitely check that out. Number five, using the right set of tools or using an advanced tutoring software. Now, whenever someone starts a tutoring business, the first thought is that they may not want to use the tutoring software till they reach a certain scale. Well, it's problematic. for two reasons. Number one, even at a smaller scale, you don't want to focus or you don't want to give a lot of your time to managing admin, managing invoicing, attendance, and bunch of other things. You want to focus on getting more students. You want to focus on improving your tutoring. Number two, if you are using an advanced tutoring software, let's take example of a specific feature, session recordings. If you are using a tutoring software which has session recordings, all of a sudden you've differentiated yourself from other tutors because all your students have access to session recordings. So using a modern tutoring software ensures that you are perceived as someone more professional than other tutors who are not using the same. So using a modern tutoring software is not just about automating operations, it's also about branding, it's also about positioning yourself as a serious professional tutor and not just someone who's doing it on the side. Number six, and the obvious, have an online presence. Have a website. If you think creating a website is too much effort, have social media pages. Have a page on TikTok, have a page on Instagram where you should post content regularly. It's also important to have a Google business profile or a Google Maps profile and ask your friends and family and the first set of students to leave reviews there. This ensures that whenever people discover you or get to know of you for the first time, there is some online presence that builds trust. So make sure you have an online presence, and eventually, of course, you have a website as well. Because as I've talked about in my other videos, it's very important to do SEO to get more inbound, to get more students as you grow. If you're planning to do tutoring for the long term, you should definitely have a website. To conclude, here are 6 things that everyone who wants to start a tutoring business must do. Number one, pick a niche. Pick something very specific where you want to start. Number two, once you've identified that niche, understand the market around it so that you don't repeat the mistakes that the existing players in that market are doing. Number three, once you've identified your market, define your pricing, define your terms so that everything is institutionalized and everything is systematic. Number four, get the first set of your students from your network, from your friends and family, and use them as a starting point to propel word of mouth. Number five, use a modern tutoring software. Again, not just to automate your operations, but also to position yourself as a professional tutor and not someone who's just doing a side hustle. Number six, have an online presence, have a website, have a social media, have Instagram, TikTok pages, anything that ensures that you have an online presence so that whenever someone gets to know of you, they can just find you online. This builds trust. I hope you found this list or these steps useful. If you've started your tutoring business recently, there's a lot of content I do around that which you may find helpful. Let me know in comments what you think about these lists that I shared. And if there's anything that I missed out, happy to learn more from the tutoring community.